bottom will just go up a notch because here comes Marco Odermatt. And just to put in perspective how well this guy is skiing, in his last 20 World Cup giant slalom races, he started since Soudal in 2021. He's won 15, second 3 times and third twice. He is phenomenal, and he's taking time out of Kristoffersen. Is he taking time out of Kristoffersen? He's nearly a second quicker. It's unbelievable again.
Demolishing everybody as we're used to see. Pressure doesn't seem to feature in this man's headspace as Odermatt is flying here.
Odermatt inside of the finish. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is ridiculous. 1.5 seconds faster than Kristoffersen. Thank God it's a shorter race because it would be nearly 2 seconds over the full distance.
I mean, what could you say?
Austria had his standout season back in 2021 when he finished 6th in the World Cup standings. And has been, well, he was the best Austrian GS skier that year, and the last couple of seasons he's been behind Feller and last year Schwarz. And here, a decent job. Yeah, really nice, great flowing turns, slight errors, but if you're going to make an error just before this wall, is certainly the place to make it. Brennsteiner skiing very confidently at the moment. The ski's working well underneath his feet, carrying some good speed. Brennsteiner's going to get close here. Yeah, 56.15. Brennsteiner, 1.04. Nice. We're getting there. The gap is shrinking. It's still over a second.
How are we saying that's a good
top 5s with the best of 4th twice in Alpine and here in Adelboden in January of 21.
He's going to be charging this one, isn't he? Finds himself a 3rd in the overall challenge at the moment, but without Marco Schwarz, he's obviously going to be elevated into 2nd position. I don't know that the overall is going to be such a focus. He didn't start one of the races in Alpine, but he's charging hard early on. He's going to be taking the risk down here. Like you said, Charlie, got some good feelings from confident performances here, and if he's still on course, by the look at the time on the right-hand side, he's 3/10 off at this point.
Well, by the sounds of things, he is on track. There he is. And here he comes now. This is the important section where people have been losing a lot of time. And Kilde not too bad at all, 0.37.
Oh, slightly on the heels, coming over onto the breaker. He'll be using all that power, especially on these left-footed turns. A big fall away. He'll be taking the risk here. This is a good close out from Kilde.
Now 56.15. Kilde, good run from him, and decent 1.15. Kilde showing his skills with the GS skis on. Yeah, we are done and dusted at the first run of this men's giant slalom in Adelboden. Marco Odermatt leads the way by over a second. He will go last of the top 30. Remember, giant slalom, he likes this track. 4600's his advantage over River Radamus, who has picked up 7 spots in this second run. Now Zubcic, quickest in the second run in the first Alta-Badia giant slalom, needs to leave it out on the track, but he's losing time.
Yeah, he'll be absolutely going at this one hammer and tong. He'll be very frustrated that he's outside the top 10, and he's been the only person to be anywhere close to Odermatt all season long, barring the cancelled race in Soudal. And let's see if he's able to find something special. Use all that power on the left. Nice work from Zubcic.
But has he got enough to overtake Radamus? 155.96, just 1200.
Oh, close.
Radamus has to leave the winner's enclosure. Zubcic is in. So the fastest 3 now remain at the top of the hill, and Aleksander Aamodt Kilde looking for his first ever World Cup giant slalom podium. He was 4th here back in 2021. He was more than a second off the pace, but he's going really nicely here. Using all the power to make sure he stayed upright around that tough right footer, and again cutting a direct line. Oh, now you know this guy's going to have power reserves as he comes over onto the steep. Kilde's charging. Listen to that roar. They're making him an honorary Swiss. Look at the power. Beautiful turns. The crowd's starting to come in, but Kilde's going to take it away. And if he finishes top, he'll get his first podium. He's in by half a second. And Aleksander Aamodt Kilde will register his first ever World Cup giant slalom podium, and no wonder he's milking it up. Brilliant run from Kilde. Yes, mate, let's go. What a run that was. Nothing to lose. The fog was at its worst, but the guy used the power. He used the strength in the legs down that final steep to carry the speed and to deliver his first World Cup giant slalom podium. What a performance that was. Hill, the first of is Stefan Brennsteiner of Austria. What can the Austrian do here? Because Norway are leading and all that advantage has gone and some. Brennsteiner looking a little tentative in this second run.
He certainly is, definitely looking like he's not quite got the intensity, definitely not got the intensity early on. Very smooth as we're used to seeing, but absolutely not taking the fight to the Königsbergli, and his chances of leading have gone, and his chances of a podium have almost certainly gone. Brennsteiner struggling on the second run.
Yeah, all out of shape. Couldn't back it up with another second run. And Brennsteiner is off the podium, down into 18th place. So Zubcic will get a podium. River Radamus has made up 16 spots. He's currently in third. Here we go then. Marco Odermatt looking for 3 consecutive victories here in Adelboden. 1.27 in the bank at the top of the challenge. He's lost a little bit of time. The fog is horrendous. It's been getting worse and worse as we've gone through the fastest 30.
And he's pushing right as much as he needs to. He's taking risks where he can afford to, and then he's being sensible where he doesn't need to risk. So this is a point he doesn't need to risk. Stump on your outside ski, make sure of these steep gates, and then milk it for all it's worth. Odermatt's going to stay undefeated in 2024.
Here we go, Marco Odermatt for 3 in a row, and it's another victory by over a second. Marco Odermatt sends these Swiss fans into heaven. What a reception.
Barely even trying on that second run. Absolutely in second gear. That guy had so much more left in the bank. He did exactly what he needed to do. Played it to a T. Had 1.26 at the start. Finished with 1.27 at the bottom. The guy could do no wrong in the world of alpine skiing at the moment.
Becomes only the 3rd racer here to win 3 in a row after Stenmark and Hermann Maier.
Representing Switzerland, aus der Schweiz, aus Niederlande,
Marco Odermatt, 29 wins now of his last 21 World Cup giant slalom races. He started since Soudal in 2021. He's won 16 now.
Marco Odermatt, what can we say? 3rd victory here in Adelboden. Once again, you delivered your best skiing in front of the home crowd. Are you proud?
Yeah, it's amazing. It was obviously not a easy, nice race today. Difficult condition. I somehow remembered myself to Peking 2 years ago. Pretty similar conditions, so I just tried to push and enjoy the crowd.
The crowd was just crazy. Could you hear them while you were skiing?
No, you have to be louder next year now. I just tried to focus on myself. Maybe I heard them, maybe not, I can't even say, but I definitely heard them in the finish.
Thank you so much, congratulations.
Kilde on a giant slalom podium. I wonder if we'll see him at every GS from here on in now with that sort of form. I wonder if he'll feel like he may have missed out on a chance to do this in Alpine. But also Zubcic backing up another podium performance.